Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Thursday Facebook Live. My name is Shalini Joshi Amdagni, and this is my weekly Facebook Live session or show or whatever you want to call it. And I'm so excited to be here with you today again. And our topic today is live the life you love. And I'm going to be talking about how to shift from the fear mode and step towards the freedom and the fun mode. So if you're joining me live, hi Rebecca, so nice to see you. Hi Swanand. For those of you joining me live, welcome. And if you are watching this on replay, either on Facebook or YouTube or my, on my website, welcome. So glad to have you here. And today's topic is so relevant to all of us, right? About living the life we love, because that's what we all want for ourselves. We want to live the lives we love. But so many times, we find that we are really not where we want to be. We are not living that life. And so the question I want to ask you is, on a scale of 0 to 10, right? 10 is, yes, I'm living the life I love. I wake up feeling joy. I feel a deep sense of connection. I feel a deep sense of satisfaction. I feel a deep sense of fulfillment, right? I feel like I'm living my destiny, my destined path, my divine destined path. Or 0 is the other end. So, just tune in and ask yourself, am I living the life I love? 10, yes, 0 is the other end. And if you are, let's say you say I'm at a 6, right? Or at a 5, or at an 8, that gives you feedback, right? It allows you to reflect. And so this is the reason I chose this topic, because it's June and we're like halfway through the year. And it's a great time to just reflect on, am I living the life that I want to? Am I living my dreams? Am I living my goals? Am I living, the things that I want to do, the things that tick my soul? Am I living that right now? And it's kind of like a checkpoint because it's the middle of the year. And so what I want to share with you is one of the experiences I recently had. What I'm going to do in this is I'm going to share with you a little experience that I had, a little story. I'm calling it reality check. I'm going to be sharing with you 5 common fears that hold us all back one way or the other. And I know there are like all kinds of fears actually. In the relation of money, there are different fears. In the area of relationship, there are different fears, and health and so on. But I'm just sharing with you 5 just general common fears that we all experience. And I'm going to be also sharing with you a different perspective on how you can shift your perspective from about fear. And we're going to look at different reflective questions that can, shift the way we are thinking and inspire us to move towards the life we love and creating the life we love. So going back to the reality check story. Giving you a little bit of a background, these days it's June, it's summer vacations, and it's a different kind of summer vacations for us, for me and my family. My kids are in their last 2 years of school, and there's a lot of stress around, completing applications, writing essays for universities, and my son is still not sure like which where he's going, and so we're writing applications to all over the place. And there's been this tension and stress, and as silly as it seems, it bogs you down. And the other day I was walking down the street and speaking to a friend who called me, and she had all these plans. She was going to travel to a different country where she was getting a graduate, a certificate, and she was very proud of it. And we had just celebrated this past Sunday, hanging out together. And she called me just 2 days later, Monday or Tuesday it was. Today's Thursday, and she said, this is what happened, and somebody that she is really, really, really close to she lost that person due to pancreatic cancer. I'm not sure exactly what the reason was, but this guy is 33 years old. He's a dentist, and he has a wife, he has kids, and he had all these dreams that he had signed up for, and he was just about to do this, and he was just about to do that, and suddenly he's like gone. And so many times we have these experiences where we learn about something that that like shifts us into a different perspective, and like you see everything from a whole different angle. And so when I was thinking about my own little story about, oh my God, I'm with the kids and so stressful, and also I'm about to sign up, I just signed up yesterday with a program that I'm really, really excited about, and really excited because I get to be working with my mentor and my idol. And I'm not going to say anything right now, but it's a program that I've signed up for. But I was having this tug of war because there's a lot of money involved, and there's a lot of investment. And this story about this friend's cousin really shifted everything for me. And I thought, we all have a limited time span, and we don't live forever, right? we have this time span. And so are we going to let the little fears control our lives and keep us from moving forward and doing the things that we absolutely know we love? Or are we going to hold ourselves back and go into that place of doubt and fear? And again, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm thinking, if I didn't sign up for this course, I did yesterday, but as I was reflecting the other day, it would be like, not doing the thing that I know in my heart is meant for me. So I want to ask you, what are the things in your life that you are holding yourself back from? Is it signing up for the class, for the dance class, for the music class, for some program? Is it you're holding yourself back in a relationship, or you're holding yourself back in your career? And on a scale of 0 to 10, how where is your number, and what are those fears that are keeping you stuck? So it's middle of the year. It's a great time to reflect, on your journey, and what are those things that are holding you back from living that 10. Because if your scale, on a scale of 0 to 10, if your number is a 6, right, or a 7, that still means you're missing out on 30% of your ideal day, of your fun life every single day, right? If your number is a 5, I feel like a 5 generally, I feel like I'm on a 5, then you're missing out 50% of the life that you want to live every single day. And that's not fun, right? We are here for a short period, and it's our right, it's our birthright to live the life that we love, that we want for ourselves. So, stepping into what are the 5 fears that generally hold us all back. And here are the fears. So, fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, fear of being judged, fear of change, fear of inadequacy, and fear of success. So let's talk about fear number 1, fear of failure. Okay. I don't know anybody watching here, but I'm sure all of you have felt at some point in your life, to some intensity, a fear of, I'm not going to succeed. I won't succeed in this. If I do this, I know I won't make it. For whatever reason, maybe past experiences, maybe, there's so many things. I talked about in the past Facebook Live that I did, it was all about self-doubt. And self-doubt and fear are kind of intertwined, but it's a different perspective. And so I wanted to continue that theme of self-doubt, but fear of failure might be coming from somewhere back, right? Somewhere you failed before, and or you made a mistake before, or you had some criticism before, and you doubt yourself. So you have a fear of failure that's holding you back. Fear of uncertainty. Sometimes we like everything. We want to know every little step that lies ahead before we say yes, right? It's like, show me the map. It's like the Uber or when we're driving, we key in the destination, and we know exactly the road that we're going to take and reach this destination. But life is not a straightforward map. You've planned for something, and it takes you in all kinds of directions, right? It goes all around, and then you finally get to the destination. So there is no clear, straightforward map to your dreams, to your goals. And so there is going to be uncertainty. There is going to be the unknown, right? And that's something that holds a lot of us back, because we don't know the clear steps. We don't know the results that we're going to get. Sometimes people say, how can I be sure I'm going to get this result, Shalini, of working with you? But they've tried different things and it hasn't been working for them. They've tried the doctors, they've tried the pills, but it's still not worked. So was it a sure thing? Was it a sure thing that you went to the hospital and yes, I'm over the sickness? It's not a guarantee, right? There are no guarantees in life. And so we've got to become comfortable with being uncertain and yet moving forward. Fear of being judged. This is, no matter where you are in your life right now, a student, a teacher, a parent, whatever, that we all have fears of being judged. As a business entrepreneur, many times there's this, even to do the Facebook Live, you're being vulnerable. You're showing yourself off to the world, and some people are going to like you, some people are going to appreciate, some people are just going to put a thumbs down and you're going to be judged. So is that what's going to hold you back? There were times when I thought, oh, I'm doing this good thing. This was 10 years ago. And I shouldn't charge for what I'm doing. Or I shouldn't charge that much for what I'm doing, because people will say, well, what the heck? She's supposed to be this healer and she's supposed to be this, spiritual person. And why the heck is she charging? So you always are going to have fears of being judged. But you got to do what you know to be true, and it's in alignment with you. And then, you need to take that decision from a pure, point, from a pure perspective, so that you can keep moving forward. Fear of change is another one. Anytime, physically you're changing from one location to the other, you're shifting, you always have this fear. Well, how's it going to be? It's kind of linked to the uncertainty, because as long as there's no change, everything is familiar. We have a familiar route, everything is familiar, and so we have, in our comfort zone. And as soon as you step out of that comfort zone into something completely different, then all these fears kick up. So there's this fear of change, fear of inadequacy. Right? This is all about your own self of worth, your own confidence, right? You think, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I don't have it in me. Or I don't have what it takes. I don't have the qualification. I don't have the right experience. I am just not good enough, And so people go into, when I have this, then I'll start this. When I have the money, when I have the right relationship, when I have this, and it's just, your time is now. And if you keep seeing yourself as unworthy or incapable or not having the whatever you make up for yourself, right? I don't have the right resources. then you're keeping yourself from moving forward. Then we have the fear of success. And this is a really weird one, but such a powerful one, because I was just at a talk I gave 2 weeks ago, I think, for an organization, and it was all executives, and it was all working people, and one of the person was saying, but why do we have this fear of success? Like, why would we hold ourselves back from succeeding? And why would we have a fear of succeeding, right? And there are so many reasons people hold themselves back because of the fear of success. I've had clients who are up for the next promotion, and they're up for the next level, like a regional CEO or something, you're going up the scale, and they find that something comes up and they don't go up there. And the thing is, when you are going from one level to the next level, and you're whether it's in the corporate level, whatever it's a relationship thing, you might think, okay, if I'm successful, then I'll be required to have a lot more responsibility, which means that I will have to work a lot harder, and which means I'll have less time with my family, which means I might have to travel a whole lot, which means, I'll be, if anything goes wrong, it'll be my head. And so subconsciously, you push away that success, and because of the fear that these things are going to happen, and the universe listens to not what you want, not what you're saying what you want, but what you're vibrating. And if you're feeling fear, then the universe says, okay, and holds back that thing that you want consciously, but subconsciously you're pushing it away. So fear of success is another big one. So fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, fear of being judged, fear of change, fear of inadequacy, fear of success. And if you go through this list, which is the fear, you can take time right now. If you don't have time to reflect later, if you're here watching, what is the fear that's holding you back? What is the story, the voice in your head that's telling you, that's keeping you stuck and keeping you from moving forward? Okay, just have a think about that. And so I read a wonderful quote, because this is such a common thing. This is a quote that I came across. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Les Brown. Wow, I found it so powerful, right? Are you living your fears, or are you living your dreams? It's so powerful and it's so profound, and I want you to reflect on it. I've been reflecting on it too, and I've been trying to see which areas of my life am I holding myself back and keeping myself from living the life that I love. Okay, so here's something to think about, to reflect about. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. And so how do we move past from living our fears to living the life we love, to living our dreams? Okay, so I'm going to share with you just a different perspective on how you can look at fear. So just like pain, I'm an international physical and emotional pain relief expert, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain. And often when I talk about pain, I say pain is simply a message from your body. It's not your enemy. It's not there to, to hurt you, and it's not there to keep you stuck. It's just a message. So what if we could have a different perspective about fear too, right? What if you can view fear as a challenge? And it's a very different energy. Like, challenge is a very different energy, a very subtly different energy than fear. Like, we have challenges. We have challenges in our relationships. We have challenges in parenting. We have challenges in school. We have challenges in our work. But fear has a very intense energy to it. It's like danger. It's like scary, right? But what if you can just shift it mentally as a challenge, right? Instantly, it reduces the intensity of that feeling, of that dread. Oh my God, I fear this. Or just see it as an obstacle. Like, this is something, I need to learn these skills to overcome, to move forward. So here's the obstacle. I don't have these skills and I need to learn these skills. So if you see it as an obstacle that you just need to deal with and move forward, it becomes less intense in my perspective, okay? Fear as curiosity. What if you could see fear? I don't know if you can see this clearly. I'm sitting in a different place today. So fear as curiosity. I love this particular perspective of twisting the feeling of fear is, just get curious. What if fear is telling you there's something important going on? There is something really important going on, and you want to get curious about what is it? What is it? Because every time we have this intense fear, it's like something big is happening, or something big may be about to happen. Some big, you might be just at the edge of overcoming something. So if you're feeling an intense fear, what if you could get curious about it? What if you could explore it? What if you could give it presence and say, hey, what are you here to tell me? And usually there's an underlying, thing that it's protecting you from. So what if you could get curious about and just tell yourself, oh, I'm feeling this fear right now. That's so interesting. That means something's important here. Something I need to pay attention to. And kind of dissect it and get curious and allow that fear to speak up and become curious. Okay, so curiosity, when you see something as curiosity, not fear, then, it's more approachable. It's not so intense. It's not so negative. It's, let me get curious. Okay, what is this about? And, you can journal, you can write, you can tap. So fear as guidance, right? Like I said, pain is a message. It's a guide. It's here to tell you that something's important. There is something you need to look into. Usually when we are in fear, we have this part of our system that goes into either flight or fight. But what if you don't fight and you don't flight, but you you pay attention to it? It's like a knock knock, something's important, and you want to pay attention to it. So instead of seeing it as a negative thing, just say, okay, what is it guiding me towards? Like, what is the guidance that I'm getting about this issue? Whatever it is that you're fearing about, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a career, whether it's colleagues, or whatever situation you're in. And then also seeing fear as an opportunity, right? You've heard that saying that on the other side of the fear is all the good stuff, the pot of gold, the new salary, the new job, the travel, the wonderful relationship, right? So when fear pops up, what if you can remind yourself that what's the opportunity here? Like, what's on the other side that I need to move towards? But I'm not seeing that I'm just looking at this fear here. But what if I could see that? What lies ahead, right? So there are different ways to kind of reduce the intensity of the fear and see it as a challenge, get curious about it, see it as guidance, and see it as opportunity, right? And obviously when you shake up that intense fear and start seeing it as all these things, then you become less attached, less scared, and you can start making your move toward whatever it is that you want to do, to have, to create the life that you love. And one of the things that I like to play with is the what if up game, because fear always tells you, what if this goes wrong? What if they judge you? What if you're not good enough? What if you think this way but it's not this way? What if all these fears, right? All the fears. What if the plan doesn't work? What if they make fun of you? What if it's a bad idea? What if what if you have to travel with this the new responsibilities and this new job? So what if you could what if up the game, instead of what if down? What if you can play the what if up game? I don't know if I wrote down anything about it, but so what if up means what if and your freedom scenario, not the fear scenario, right? So moving from fear to freedom. What if it's not the end of the world? What if it's okay? What if I'm making a big deal out of this? What if I can give it a go? What if things work out? What if I get this job? What if this thing that I've been wanting to happen happens? What if, and just play. I don't know what your scenarios are right now, right? But what if up your game instead of what if down, right? And so once you've shifted perspective from fear as this monster, as this enemy, as this dreadful, dangerous thing, to curiosity, to guidance, to opportunity, and then if you can shift it even more by what if upping your game, if there's something like that, what if up, for each fear, right? If I was you, I do this with my clients, write a list of what if the doom scenarios, the dread scenarios, and the other side just write what if the freedom scenarios or the fun scenarios. What if I got to travel? What if I did the retreat? I had this one. Nobody's going to show up for my retreat. What if nobody shows up? And what if people showed up? Wow, I had the most brilliant retreat in Bali, and I would have missed out on that if I kept what ifing down myself. I've really confused every, the language and the grammar. So what if up, right? So make a list of all the things that you are putting yourself down for, and then how can you create a shift by shifting it upwards? Because at the end of fear is that dream job, is that retreat, is that fun experience, is that relationship, is that new salary increase. So what if the boss listened? What if I did get the raise? What if I did take that opportunity to the next level? And what if everything worked out perfectly? So once you can detach yourself from that fear by shifting your perspective and play different games. One of my main tools is tapping. I tap on whatever is coming up for me. And if you want to know more about tapping, I'm going to put up links here that you can try. It's the easiest, fastest tool that I've experienced to shift my energy from fear to just freedom and fun and just moving forward with the goals and dreams I have. So going from there, I wanted to also share with you this morning I said I must mention this. So this morning okay, let's stick to the topics for today. So we've done the reality check story, 5 fears, different perspective, the what if up game, and reflective questions. So here are some reflective questions, and then I will share with you this thing that happened this morning. So questions, for reflection for you, for me, and for anybody else you'd like to share this with, who's going through lots of different fears. So questions, there we go. So ask yourself, am I enjoying my journey? Life is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a journey. It's a long journey. So, and you know, that journey is made up of daily experiences, daily choices. So are your daily choices from a place of fear? Or are you choosing daily from love, from inspiration, from guidance, from that deep knowing? So what are you choosing? Because what you're choosing daily determines if you are living the life you love or not, or you are, not 100% there yet. And we can never be 100% there, but as close as we can get, right? On a scale of 0 to 10, if you're at a 7, 8, 9, you're pretty close. But if you're a 5, 4, 3, then we're not there yet. Okay. So, are you enjoying your journey? And on a scale of 0 to 10, how does that look like for you every single day? I'm just throwing questions for you to reflect on. I do the same. Okay. So, do you know what you want? It's mid-year. I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe you're watching it next year. Who knows? But right now it's June 2018. And where are you on your journey? And are you clear about what you really want? So maybe now is a good time to reflect and say, what do I really want? One of my biggest things that I've developed and I've worked on myself is simplifying my life. Like, what are the top 5 things that I want? Whether it's in the area of relationships, money, career, family, travel, whatever your 5 top things are. So what do you want? Are you clear about what you want? And what are the fears that are keeping you stuck? So I've given you a list of fears, and there must be so many more, but here's some common ones, right? So which of these fears do you think are keeping you stuck? And I shared with you strategies on how you can overcome them, right? What if you changed hats? What if you changed hats? That just means, what if you could adopt a different perspective? Instead of just sitting with the fear hat, what if you could sit with the opportunity hat? What if you could sit with the curiosity hat, right? And say, this is interesting. Why is this fear showing up? Let me get curious about it. Let me dissect it. Because when the only thing they say, the only thing, this is not my quote, I've read it somewhere, the only thing that becomes smaller as you get close to it is fear. From far, it looks like this big, gigantic monster. But when you get really close to it, I do this thing called swimming with your fears. It becomes smaller and smaller. So what if you could change hats and see it from a whole different perspective? How would that help you move forward and live the life you love, right? What next steps can you take right now? What step? Because life is a journey, and living the life you love is also a journey. And the journey is made up of daily experiences and daily choices. So what could you choose now from a place of love, not fear, that can help you move one step forward to living the life you love? What if you could go to the dance class that you've been waiting to register for? What if you could do that one thing? What if you can send that email? What if you could reach out to somebody that you've been wanting to reach out to? What is that one step, just one step, that will take you one step closer to living the life you love? Okay. And here's the thing that you can see, I've squeezed this in last minute, but as I opened my Facebook this morning, one of the first things I saw was, my Facebook reminder, and it was showing me my 1-year friendship with Dr. Joe Vitale. I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Joe Vitale. He's my absolute idol. He's the guy that was featured in The Secret, and he's the guy who's written all these amazing 70+ international best-selling books. I had the opportunity to meet with him last year, exactly today, 28 June 2017, and we had lunch together and Wizard Academy, and it was fantastic. So that was one of the things that popped up. He came to Bangkok, Thailand last December. I was on stage with him, and the Facebook reminded me that it's our 1-year friend, whatever it called it, friend anniversary. And the other thing, so it was a wonderful reminder. Why? Because of all these fears that I hold on to. If it wasn't for me saying yes to one of my mentors that I spent a lot of money with, working with, and there was so much fear about, investing the money and spending the money and not knowing how the heck this is all going to turn out, right? Fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, not knowing if I was going to make it, or if I was, if I had it in me to go through this whole thing. And then that mentor invited me to his Wizard Academy retreat in Austin, Texas. And there I met Joe Vitale, and I had lunch with him, and it was just the most awesome experience. So this morning when I saw that we are 1-year friends, it just reminded me, wow, all the fears that I went through, that I had to move through to say yes to this mentor. And because of this journey, did I know this was part of the journey, that I would become friends with Joe Vitale and that he would invite me on stage? No clue, right? There was none of those steps had been laid out. So that was a wonderful reminder. I was so excited because today I'm sharing with you about fears. And the other was by my dear friend Megan Walrod. You can check her out on Facebook. She's an amazing human being, and she's authentic and she's genuine, and she's always trying to live from her aligned self. And we were together at some retreat. So the question she wrote, it's on her Facebook post today: what if you didn't doubt your knowing? That's the last reflective question. What if you didn't doubt your knowing? And I love that. I think it's so deep, it's so profound. Like, what if you could move forward every day and you didn't doubt what you truly, truly know deep in your soul? Like, we would all be living the life we love if we could move forward from that deep knowing place, right? Trusting, moving forward and trusting that deep knowing. What if we could move forward? And that's so profound. So, fear is going to be part of our journey. Every time you move from one place, to the next goal, to the next evolution of yourself, there's going to be all these changes and uncertainty and feeling judged and blah, blah. And it's going to be part of our lives. So my question to you is, what's holding you back today from doing that thing that you've always wanted to do? And what if you could begin to live the life you love today by taking that one step towards that dream, that goal that you have? So I'd love to hear back from you, what, if anything resonated with you, if you took that one step, and, what are you going to do to move forward to creating the life you absolutely love and you absolutely deserve? So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey today. And I look forward to connecting with you next week again with a different topic. Initially when I started doing the Facebook Lives, I had a list of topics. But right now I'm just going with the flow. And I'm whatever I'm feeling guided to, that's what I come up with and share with. And it's based on the conversations I'm having with clients, with people, with friends, with contacts. And so I hope this was relevant for you at this time and you got something out of it. And thank you for joining me. If you want to know, if you want to connect with me personally and have expert guidance, one-on-one guidance with whatever you're feeling stuck with, whether it's physical or emotional, I'm going to be putting up a link here. Feel free to contact me. And until then, I wish you all the best, and go and live the life you love. Go and take those steps to moving forward. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. I'm just going to acknowledge, hi Kanika, hi Sean, hi Kevin, hi Ranjana, hi Joe, hi Mangalam, and my daughter is watching me from the other room. Hi Ria. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you next week at 11 a.m. Thursdays, Bangkok. See you guys. Bye for now.